What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another fantastic, phantasmal episode, Jay and Keith review. This time, what the hell am I looking at?
All right, you got the Flux Liquid Ambience Polyphonic Reverb pedal.
So what the hell?
Yeah,
is
this brand, I believe they're out of Australia, if I'm not mistaken. My good friend Sean has loaned me this pedal to use. It's a pretty crazy reverb pedal.
It's a big blue box.
Yeah, it's built like a tank. Haven't been around very long. They don't have a lot of pedals in their lineup yet. I believe they got this one. They have a liquid tremolo, another reverb that's like stereo out. Not sure. It's been a while since I've went on their website and checked.
It's clearly a digital pedal, right?
Yes.
I mean, because it's so small. I'm interested to hear how this sounds, and I'll kind of put it to the test against the reverb on the Marshall, which is a spring reverb. So we'll kind of put it to the test, and I'll turn the reverb up on the amp before we get to the test, and just kind of put two and two together, because Marshall's got a good a spring reverb in them. So we'll see what that is, and all right, here we go. And Keith's going to kind of run through some of the what the hell this pedal does. I've never heard this thing in my life. I saw it on his board. We were getting ready to shoot a different video, and I saw this just sitting there, and I was like, what the hell is this? So here's our dry signal, and like I said, I'm going to compare it to the reverb on the Marshall right there. So go ahead and run through this thing, Keith.
All right, this is the Flux Liquid Ambience Polyphonic Reverb. It is a mono reverb, but it does have a, you go right here, it does have a effects loop in it, as you can see. So you can run, you know, some other weird effects into that.
That's cool as hell. You running your delays into that, you know.
Yeah. Or, you know, tremolos, some, you know,
any kind of modulation.
Crazy sounds. This is more like a hall type spacious like reverberation. So the space knob right here, it controls the effect size of the space, shaping the ambient density. So
big words.
Yeah. You know, so I've only played this thing a couple times at my house, just fooling around with it. I normally just have like a, you know, little small style like RV6 reverb from Boss.
Right.
You know, so it's kind of straight to the point. But so my buddy Sean, you know, let me use this because he knows I like to create, you know, big ambient sounds. He's like, I think you can get something out of this. So we're gonna start, you know, just everything at pretty much 12 o'clock.
Kick this bad boy on.
All right, let me. Is it sliding everywhere? There you go.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's roomy.
Yeah. We're going to move the mix knob over here. Obviously, you know the mix knob, you know, 0 is dry. Very creative sounds.
I like that.
And then you got the evolve, which is adds dynamics. So if you want to take some of the dynamics away, or you want to add more, then you got this little switch over here. I believe that's on.
It ramps it up, huh?
Yeah, well, you go right here, and when you go to the octave. Oh no, my bad. Yeah, yeah. It's only when it's in the bend. You hold it down. Yeah, more like it's actually more like a ramp. In your space, you know, you can make the reverberation tight or wide.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a very cool pedal, man. The voicing, if you keep it in the bend mode and you hit the more, it just adds more of the reverb and the sound the longer you hold it. You also can go over here to Fizz, which is I believe your fifth harmony.
Yeah, I can hear it.
And then the other side's octaves.
Yeah.
They kind of get that cool sound to it.
So yeah,
You can definitely create, one of those pedals that you can create like a crazy, especially running with a cool digital delay. Create those spacious U2 edge sounds, and that's what I like to try to create, in my head. But I think it's to me the coolest part of this whole thing is when you're running into the effects loop of it.
That's cool as hell.
I normally run an electro harmonics. I believe it's a C9, if I'm not mistaken, or no, the Mel 9, and I have that set on the string setting, so it kind of creates an even bigger sound. Plus, running it with the delays. But yeah, you can do so much with this thing. You can use it, keep it on like a pure setting.
And you can play surf music with it,
Yeah.
which is always cool.
Yeah. And I know they say that it's more like a hall setting, but you can kind of get that springy reverb sound by just messing with it.
Yeah. Now, you can't set a beer on it and make it spring, though.
No. I believe it's, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it is stereo. I mean, not stereo, but trying to find it where. Trying to see if it was true bypass. I don't know if it is true bypass or not.
It's got to be. I would imagine so. As much as this thing has, it's probably true bypass.
But so they just came out with a stereo version of it. The stereo version doesn't have the effects loop in it. So
there's a lot of reverb in that thing.
yeah. Oh yeah. This is not your daddy's old reverb pedal, I can tell you that. This is more for the experimental style guitar players. You can run in the effects loop if you want to, if your amp doesn't have a reverb or has a reverb you don't particularly like. I don't like the reverb in one of my amps, so I just use an outboard reverb, and I just find it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, it retails for $299 US. So they're a fairly small company. They only got 3 pedals. This one, the Liquid Tremolo, and the Stereophonic Liquid Ambience, which is a stereo. Basically, this pedal stereo without the effects loop.
Yeah. That's a cool pedal. I mean, it does a lot. I mean, it's a reverb pedal. Pretty straightforward. It's a reverb pedal, but it does do a lot in the sense of a reverb. Now, the ultimate question that we always ask, would I add it to my board? I know the answer for you. Yeah, I would probably use that. It sounds better than the reverb on my amp. Now, once again, I got a pedal that does reverb, but that thing's pretty cool. And it can do it a lot easier than the pedal I have. It's a lot easier to get to the settings you want on this pedal than it is on that Ocean machine. So, yeah, I would use this. That's a pretty cool pedal. You said $300?
Yep.
A little pricey. So it's not in everybody's range.
They're handmade, down in Australia. So
Hand wired. Down under, eh?
When they started a few years ago, they had a GoFundMe account, and that's how my buddy Sean found out about them. And
oh wow, so that's how this
he
all
almost
started.
he regrets not doing it, but he was like, I was about to buy into it, and then he didn't do it for something came up, and but he did wind up buying one of the pedals, and I saw it and I was like, dude, that's a cool looking pedal. What is it? He's like, take it home. It's a reverb pedal. And
Take it home.
I was like, all right, cool. So, yeah, Sean is like the collector of gear,
yeah.
and forgets what he has half the time. But
Yep.
yeah, God love him.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's a cool pedal. I'll try to leave a link down below to where you can look at these and see what else they have at the company there. Yeah, man. You got anything else to add? I mean, that's
No.
pretty much it. It's a reverb pedal. It does a lot of things for a reverb pedal. Considering, most reverb pedals, you got one knob usually, or maybe two at the most. And this one, you got four. You got two buttons. I mean, it looks like it looks a little overwhelming when you first look at it, but hearing him mess with it, it's really not.
Yeah, it's
pretty straightforward.
Yeah, the way they got like everything set up, they just use different wording, basically. But it's a very simple pedal.
It's like
I mean,
a shrimp on the bobby.
Yeah, you can get your just basic delays, or you get your the shimmering kind, to your crazy out of this world kind of reverb sounds with this one pedal. So I think it's worth it. Plus the fact that it has an effects loop in it that you can run some other weird sounds
That's
into
a
that.
really cool feature. That's something you don't see on pedals.
Yeah, and I think they should do that a lot more. More companies should. But for $300, I mean, I think it's well built. It's 9-volt DC. It's worth it.
Yep, I agree. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.